Today we are going to be looking at our choice board for 7th grade. What we're going to be working on today in our 7th grade choice board is our writing prompt down here at the bottom. So in this writing prompt, it says, describe an event that changed your life forever. How did it make you feel? Submit work via email, Google, to your writing teacher, or the platform your school has requested. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our Google document, and we're going to write our NTI writing, and then we're going to put for NTI round 2. Okay, so we can do it like this. So this is going to be our event that changed our life. Sorry about that, guys. So this is going to be our event that changed our life. So let me type. And for everybody, this one's going to be a little different. For me personally, I'm going to put coronavirus outbreak of 2020, or put coronavirus pandemic. And we're going to put a box below this one. And so this is going to be into our how this has affected us. And I'm going to just put a few reasons. And so what I want you to do is I want you to come up with a few reasons to why the event that changed your life, or how the event that changed your life changed your life. So I'm going to put 1, it shortened my time with students during my student teaching semester. Another thing that it has done, it has caused everyone to be afraid and to stay in quarantine. And this especially is hard because my mom is sick, so we have to stay home all the time. And then another reason of how this has affected me is this has moved, or this has caused my college graduation to be postponed. Okay, so in our next, it's not letting me do another tab. Okay, and then in the next tab, we're going to put why it has happened. And some reasons why. I'm just going to put COVID-19 shorthanded. Happened was because there were transfer of droplets in the air that contained the virus, so it meant the virus was inside the droplets. And this caused a lot of people to get sick with the virus. The virus is very deadly, or we could say lethal, which is another word for deadly. Lethal, thus causing many people all around the world to become sick and die. Okay. And so what we're going to put down here, because in this choice board, it asks, how did it make you feel? So and there are going to be different kind of answers for this entire thing, but one way that it made me feel sad, and then I'm going to put out from it why it made me sad. Sad because I can't see my friends. And if you chose COVID-19 as your event that happened and changed your life, this might be one of your answers too. Because you can't see your friends. Another reason may be because you can't go to school. I know a lot of people enjoy school, so it can be hard on us. It could make us happy. And some people may be feeling happy because there's no school. Or they could be happy because they get to spend more time with their family. And then another emotion that you could feel would be scared. And you feel scared because the person may be afraid of catching COVID. They may be worried about family members catching COVID. Or they may even be scared because they don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to put they aren't sure what will happen next. And this is a really, really good way for us to get our thoughts out on paper. And like I said, you don't have to do this inside of a Google Doc. I just like to do it in a Google Doc so I can see everything here. And it's right in front of me. It's easy to scroll up and down. So now I'm going to want you guys to write a paragraph for me. So we should start our paragraph off by saying, an event that changed my life was or is. So, an event that changed my life forever is the coronavirus pandemic of 2020. And then you're going to just flow right through your chart, right down your chart. So how this has affected us. This has affected me by shortening my time with my students. You can hear my brother, he just got home. During student teaching. It caused everyone to be afraid and stay in quarantine. Okay, this has affected me by shortening my time with my students during student teaching. It has caused me to feel afraid, and there is a need for me to stay in quarantine. And it has caused my college graduation to be postponed until December 12th, 2020. I misspelled quarantine. Now I'm going to tab over on this one. Tab over. Okay. Actually, I may just keep it in the same paragraph. COVID, I'm just going to put coronavirus, and then I'll put in the comma, or COVID-19. So if we're referring to something in a sentence and we don't want to spell out coronavirus every single time, we can use the abbreviation that the media uses, such as COVID-19. And what you would do is you would just put coronavirus, comma, or COVID-19, comma, and that's how you would interject that into your sentence. Okay, so let's go back and let me read to you what I have so far. An event that changed my life forever is the coronavirus pandemic of 2020. This has affected me by shortening my time with my students during student teaching, caused me to feel afraid, and there is a need for me to stay in quarantine, and it has caused my college graduation to be postponed until December 12th, 2020. Coronavirus or COVID 19. And so, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put why it happened. Began in Wuhan, China. And so you're going to put Wuhan, China, and that is where it began. I'm pretty sure I'm spelling that correctly. But it began in Wuhan, China, through the transfer of water droplets in the air. Let me make a space. Water droplets in the air that contain the virus. And when these water droplets were transferred, the virus itself was transferred from person to person. Okay, and I spelled transferred wrong. Okay. COVID, and we're going to put COVID-19 this time instead of coronavirus, is a very lethal virus, especially to those with pre-existing health conditions. And so when I say pre-existing, that means that this condition that they have before they got coronavirus, it had already existed. So things like diabetes or heart disease or stuff like that are examples of those pre-existing conditions. And if you hear that sound, that is my neighbor going down on a tractor. People are out planting in their gardens today. So back to what I was saying, COVID-19 is a very lethal virus, especially to those with pre-existing health conditions and those who are older. And that would be like our senior citizens. And then now we're going to work on the part of how it made us feel. Living in a time during the coronavirus. Now, in this instant, I'm not going to put COVID-19. I'm going to put the full coronavirus. So, living in a time during the coronavirus pandemic of 2020. I'm just going to put living during the coronavirus pandemic of 2020 was a very emotional time in my life because, I'm not going to put because, it was a very emotional time in my life. I felt sad, and then you're going to look back at your chart and you're going to say, why do you feel sad? So I felt sad because I can't see my friends or go to school. Yet I felt happy because, and we'll see why we felt happy, because there is no school. And I get, because it's still a current time, to spend more time with my family. This also is a very scary time in my life because, we'll look back at our chart, I am afraid that I may contract, which also means catch. So I'm afraid that I may contract COVID-19 and give it to those around me that I love. And then we can see what else we said. Maybe worried about their family members contracting COVID-19, or they may be afraid because you're not sure what will happen next. So you could say, I am also afraid because I am unsure of what the future holds. And so that would be how we would write that. Okay, so let's read it all together. An event that changed my life forever is the coronavirus pandemic of 2020. This has affected me by shortening my time with my students during student teaching, caused me to feel afraid, and there is a need for me to stay in quarantine, and it has caused my college graduation to be postponed until December 12, 2020. Coronavirus, or COVID 19, began in Wuhan, China through the transfer of water droplets in the air that contain the virus, and when these water droplets were transferred, the virus was transferred from person to person. COVID 19 is a very lethal virus, especially to those with pre existing health conditions and those who are older. Living during the coronavirus pandemic of 2020 was a very emotional, well, I'm going to put is instead of was because it's still happening. So, is a very emotional time in my life. And instead of felt, I would put I feel. I feel sad because I can't get to see my friends or go to school, yet I feel, I'm going to change that to feel. Yet I feel happy because there's no school and I get to spend more time with my family. This is also a very scary time in my life because I'm afraid that I may contract COVID 19 and give it to those around me that I love. I am also afraid because I'm unsure what the future holds. And so on things like this, you may also want to wrap it up in a positive note. So I could say, during my time in quarantine, I can never spell quarantine. But during my time in quarantine, I have been making sure my hands are clean and I am following the social distancing rule of 6 feet apart. Okay. And so this would be a great example to turn into your teacher. So I want you guys to do this on your own. And if you need any help, you're more than welcome to shoot me an email, and I'll type in my email right here for you guys. So it's klevans2@moreheadstate.edu. You can also email our classroom teacher, or our teacher that we have, Miss Tackett. So her email is lisa.tackett@floyd.kyschools.us. So that's her email. I'll put Mrs. Tackett and then Miss Evans. And so you can reach either of us here. And yeah, if you want, you can send this to either of us. You can send your version to either of us, and we will help you work through it or change anything that needs to be changed. Or I can highlight it and send it back to you guys, and we can discuss it through email or Zoom. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to just contact us, okay? Love you guys so much. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.